there's a sweet spot on who to be in the office. Not to be the guy that no one likes or is always getting in people's business, unpleasant to be around. Although sometimes I think it seems to me that those are the folks that seem to advance the fastest.
Yeah, I do think we can all relate to coworkers we're surprised have been promoted or, given leadership roles simply because they're loud or obnoxious
abrasive. Yeah. Well, some leadership types feel like that's what it takes to be a leader. To not coddle folks. But I've never been one for that. We don't have that here.
Are you kind of a kill 'em with kindness guy?
I am. It's funny. I worked for my dad when I was first getting into the professional world. I'd spent far too many years at college, didn't graduate, and my dad was running automotive dealerships.
Okay.
So I went to work for my father in one of his 7 car dealerships.
Yeah.
And my old man was a hard boss. A very, very hard guy to work for because he demanded results. It was in the auto industry, you either put out or you get out.
So the Wall Street Journal would classify him as a jerk at work?
My dad was a total jerk at work. But the beauty was, though, he was also a jerk at home, so it wasn't that hard of a transition.
Yeah, so it's not like you were surprised by it.
It was my stepfather who had came right from 2 tours of duty in Vietnam to marrying my mom with 2 boys. And snapped
How old were you when they got married?
I was 7.
Did you ever call him dad?
Always.
Oh, okay.
Always.
That's good. You weren't like, you're not my dad.
No, heck no. I feared,
he raised you.
I feared and resented him for most of my adolescence, which, as it should have, evolved into respect and appreciation.
Sure.
Gave me what I needed to get.
That's a tough gig to come into.
The stepfather?
Yeah.
The father who steps up. I am one. Our oldest is my child, but I got a package deal. My lovely, unpleasant Mrs. O'Neill and my older daughter, Ryan, came together.
There you go.
But back to work. The Wall Street says there is a line that you can straddle between being not too nice, that voice, hey, I think we're at I think we need the coffee machine seems to be out, everybody.
Yeah.
That says, I've got no power. So I won't be a threat to anybody. You don't have to promote or worry about me. I'll just keep my head down.
That's just it. This Wall Street Journal piece basically talks about the kind of person at work, and usually it's people earlier in their careers also, who are trying to be not offensive in any way. And they say early in your career, that can go a long way with having your boss like you if you're a person who's non-confrontational, things like that.
Yep.
But as you climb higher and higher and as you gain more status and as they start paying you more money, now they're looking for leadership material. And leadership material is oftentimes not quiet and is not the person who is content just to sit there and acquiesce to everyone else around them. Sometimes
break a few eggs, make an omelet.
Exactly. No, that's true. And so this person, they talked to somebody named Sarah Kleinberg. This is a Wall Street Journal piece. She's the director of operations at a healthcare consulting firm. And she says, I want to be a nice person. And she says, but sometimes you have to have the level of confidence to go beyond people pleasing. So you have to be confident enough in what you're doing and what you're saying that you're not worried about always pleasing everyone around you.
Right.
And that's the way that's like kind of the middle ground of being, you don't want to be a jerk.
Right.
But you also, if you're too nice, people are going to step on you.
And it's funny because nowadays we keep hearing about downsizing, whether it's in tech or anywhere else.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, everything stopped, and then there was all the free money from the government, so everybody expanded, then they overhired, and now people are correcting. Make just a course correction on staff sizing in a lot of places. And who do we let go?
Totally.
Do we let go the abrasive guy who nobody wants to work with? But he gets stuff done.
Yeah.
Or the guy that's keeping his head down.
Listen to this. I thought this was kind of interesting. They talk about this is a person. What does she do here? She is a vocal speaking coach. This is for people who have a tough time speaking out at work. There's vocal coaches
which can be the difference in keeping your job or not keeping your job. Being able to stand up for yourself and your company.
So she recommends there's actually a physical vocal exercise you can do to teach you how to make statements that feel a little bit more empowered.
Okay.
But that are also not crossing the line into annoying people.
Andrew, pay attention to this.
Jerk.
This is for guys like you, man.
No, Andrew talks good.
Okay, so she's talk.
Andrew has the best talk. So she says she recommends a vocal exercise for speaking more confidently. And this is interesting. So you can try this if you want at home while you're listening along. Pretend that you're introducing yourself. You could say, hi, my name is Rachel. My name's obviously not Rachel. I'm reading this.
Okay.
I'll put my name in there so the audience isn't confused.
Sure.
And so you aren't confused because you'll start calling me Rachel. Hi, my name is Jake. While throwing a pretend ball against the wall. So you actually you make the physical movement of taking a baseball and throwing it against the wall, even though you're not holding a baseball. And she says the follow through on the word. So, hi, my name is Jake. Now that sounds weird.
Okay.
When I do it out loud. So I don't know if this is the
I
best
kind of liked
advice.
it better. I like you better now.
So anyway, that's her advice for learning how to talk, with
Assertively?
more assertive,
Right, not
with
abrasive.
more
Yeah, there
confidence.
you go.
You're not being
Yeah.
abrasive.
Well, and because I have people, hi, I'm Jake. Are you sure about that? It's your name.
Sure, when you're asking a question,
Seriously,
that's
yeah.
going to be confusing.
Interesting. Have you ever worked with folks that, and
Yes.
no, that was kind of no names, okay?
Okay.
But that you just could not stand.
Of course.
Having to come and work.
Yeah,
with
everybody.
these folks.
Everybody. I'm currently working. No, just kidding.
It started around noon today.
started at noon.
Guy couldn't get my name right.
I got about an hour 20 left. I'm Jack Skinheim here.
Oh my God. I'm getting you a nameplate for your desk, by the way.
That would be great. Yeah, and you do, and you're always confused. When I honestly, I used to work with somebody, I'm not going to say their name, but I used to work with somebody, and they would every 6 months, they got a promotion.
Moved them upstairs.
And they moved them up, and they moved them up, and all of a sudden, this person was my boss. And I was going, different company, by the way, not this company, different
I'm
company.
trying to think who's upstairs.
No, it's not anybody here. And you're going, how did this happen? And basically, it's like that old squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
There's a type of personality, they call it failing upwards a lot of time, that just is good at advancing, but
What's
not
fu-
necessarily doing the job.